Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio and catchfence.com. Bubba was in here earlier and he said that he really thinks added horsepower would help. And of course, that's what the drivers are going to say. With your owner's hat on, what would it look like to add more horsepower to the short track? You're shaking your head.
No, you just call up Doug Yates and TRD and say we're going to go back to their old 750 plate. It can be done before next weekend. And they said it won't change any of the durability that they've got. So it can be done with one phone call.
Would you
and no additional money.
So you'd advocate for speed?
Absolutely, yeah. I think any horsepower you can add will make the racing better. It's hard to pass because we're all in the gas so much, and so you have to get us out of the gas either through the tire or the horsepower. That combination is what makes passing so difficult. So the more you can get us out of the gas, which means if we have more horsepower, we have to let off sooner. That gives the opportunity to overtake for the car that's behind. So 50 horsepower, while it may not be a game changer, any horsepower gain from here on out will be an advantage to passing.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. If it's as easy to increase the horsepower, even 50 horsepower, like you say, and I know here last fall, Steve Phelps, Steve O'Donnell talked, and O'Donnell said, in regards to horsepower, I think everything is up for consideration, but expressed some challenges potentially with the cost. Drivers have expressed it for a very long time. More horsepower, more horsepower. You're saying it's easy. Why isn't it done?
I'm only saying it's easy because that's what the engine builders told us.
Okay.
And they've gone on record to say it's easy.
So why isn't it done
yet?
You
will have to call Jim France on that. I do not know.
Okay. And my other question is, you guys have certainly spoken out in the media about being all for it. Is there anything else you feel like you can do in terms of any more of a united front to say, here's this and here's why, or let us show X, Y, and Z?
We don't need to prove it. I've been in the sport for 20 years now. I've been part of all these tests that have squeezed it down. And every time we squeezed it down, we would go in the building in the middle of the test and say, that's harder to pass. Every time we've done that. So I don't understand. There's obviously other reasons, right? They're trying to get other manufacturers in here. They're trying to do this and that. It's part of a bigger picture that I won't understand, you won't understand, no one really will understand, but we don't need to sacrifice our actual product for trying to entice someone new, right? I think that if you put on great racing, people will want to come no matter what. So I think that we're going to continue to beat this horse until it finally gets some movement, but I don't know that it will happen just for reasons that we just will never understand or it will never get explained.